10 ways to boost your brain health and beyond. Simple daily rituals to help protect the boss of your body. Just as you can improve other parts of your physical health, there are numerous ways to give your brain a boost. Whether you want to sharpen your memory, concentration, and cognitive functioning now, or future-proof your intellect, as you might do your body and skin, brain health should be front of mind. The brain has been studied for many years, but it's only in the last 20 that we have found out that it's constantly changing and developing. Registered nutritionist Joe Sharp tells us. Our environment and lifestyle choices shape the health of our brain, with both trauma and nutrition playing a hugely important role. She explains that the brain is highly complex, with more than 80 billion neurons, brain cells, and each has thousands of synaptic connections. These are dynamic and ever-changing, and so we must ensure that from conception, it has what it needs to thrive. Below, Sharp and other health experts share tips to get the most from your brain this year and beyond. 1. Acquire new skills. We've all heard of the use it or lose it principle, and researchers agree that mental activity helps to build your cognitive reserve. Like the body, your brain also needs to be exercised regularly to stay cognitively and mentally fit, says Dr. Christine Wong, neuroscientist and co-founder and chief science officer at performance supplement brand Noon. Learning something new stimulates neurogenesis and creates new connections in our brain, while practicing existing skills reinforces these connections. On Dr. Rangan Chatterjee's celebrated podcast, Feel Better Live More, Dr. Tommy Wood, a neuroscience professor at the University of Washington, concurs, adding that cognitive decline in later life is not inevitable. He explains that, as infants, we learn things which take a huge amount of neurological effort. Then as we age, we do the same things again and again, which requires lower cognitive input. This, in turn, tells our brain to become less complex. People who retire earlier tend to die earlier, he reveals, stating that telling the brain it's required is incredibly powerful for brain health. He recommends, if you're capable and able, acquiring new skills. This could be anything from learning a language, sport, or dance to singing, knitting, or coding. 2. Eat more brain foods. Diet is foundational to healthy brain development, confirms Sharp. We typically think of feeding our bodies and not our brain, but what we eat has a direct impact on the brain, our cognition, and thinking. Imagine the brain as the CEO of our bodies. For example, the food we ingest dictates which hormones are released and where they should go. Foods rich in minerals, vitamins, and antioxidants will nourish our brain, while foods high in refined sugars can have a negative impact on inflammation and even reduce insulin resistance. She adds that research shows that the brain thrives on food diversity and consequently needs a large amount of different nutrients, as many as 45, though naturally the spotlight falls on a specific group of nutrients that are known to play a key role in brain development, which include essential fatty acids, antioxidants, phytonutrient, and amino acids. Examples of these are oily fish, dark leafy greens, berries, good fats like extra virgin olive oil, avocados, flax seeds, hemp and chia seeds, beans, lentils, chickpeas, and other legumes, which are a brilliant source of fiber. The gut and brain are connected through the gut-brain axis, a bidirectional communication between the central and enteric nervous system. Fiber feeds the gut bacteria to support diversity and good communication with the brain. Sharp says, increasingly, good gut health is considered important in a number of neurological and psychiatric diagnoses, including cognitive health. A healthy gut microbiome is generally considered to be a microbially diverse community, and one way to ensure this is to maintain a diverse and varied diet, while probiotics, such as Simprovi, may help boost mood and cognitive function, according to recent research. Triso, stay hydrated. Sharp adds that the above foods are of equal importance to hydration. Staying well hydrated will have an acute impact on the brain. It is suggested that losing even 1% of hydration can impact mood and concentration. My advice is to start each morning with a large glass of water before anything else. Dr. Wong adds that our bodies are mostly made of water. It's quite literally our lifeline, but water is also absolutely necessary to transport nutrients to the brain and body from what we eat. If you're ever experiencing tiredness, headache, or brain fog, you might be dehydrated, she offers. You'll notice an incredible difference in energy, focus, concentration, and mood just from drinking more water. You can also stay hydrated by consuming water. Rich foods like watermelon or cucumber. Cup. Consume optimal omega-3. Omega-3, noted above, deserves a special mention given that the Western diet is often low in oily fish. Over 60% of the brain is made up of fat, and omega-3 fatty acids make up part of all cell membranes, says Sharp. In layman's terms, the brain is responsible for sending the right instructions to the rest of the body, and when neurons have adequate omega-3, they are able to communicate better with one another. She says that supplementation may positively impact cognition, focused attention, and have a profoundly positive impact on neurotransmitters and mental health. When it comes to oily fish, she recommends consuming salmon, mackerel, sardines, herring, and anchovies, all ideally wild-caught. When supplementing, it's vital to opt for a fish oil that has gone through vigorous third-party testing, checking for pollutants and contaminants, as not all omega-3 are created equal, she reveals. Minami omega-3 supplements are third-party tested, have high concentration, and come in both liquid and soft gel forms to suit all needs and ages. For vegetarians, an algae-based omega-3 should be considered, she adds. Vegetarian food sources such as flaxseed, walnuts, and chia will provide some omega-3, but often not enough to reach optimal levels. Consider nootropics and adaptogens. Botanical supplements are also said to have a powerful impact on the brain and have been used in traditional Chinese and Ayurvedic medicine for centuries. Adaptogens, often found in herbs, help our bodies adapt to external stressors. Ashwagandha, an adaptogen belonging to the nightshade family, is currently being studied for its ability to enhance memory, fight cognitive impairment, and improve information processing speed. Nootropics, of which some plants and mushrooms like lion's mane are a type, can also have an effect on the brain and, according to research, sharpen memory and focus, enhance mood, and boost creativity. Nootropics are a great way to improve your clarity, focus, sleep, memory, and mood, or overcome mental blocks or nerves, says Dr. Wong. There are a wide range of nootropic herbs with varying mechanisms of action, which is why they can have such diverse benefits. Some nootropic herbs impact the brain by influencing the activity of neurotransmitters, molecular signals used by brain cells to communicate, while other nootropic herbs increase blood flow to the brain, providing more nutrients, oxygen, and energy to support alertness and focus. There are some that even have a protective effect by combating harmful inflammation and free radicals in the brain that can lead to cognitive decline. Her brand Noon combines the power of nootropics and adaptogens into drops designed to amplify the mind. Positioned as ritualistic, Rise is like a morning coffee kick. Renew calms overwhelm with rebalancing focus, while relax helps you wind down for the evening. Be active every day. Psychobiologist Dr. Roger Wolcott Sperry, a Nobel Prize recipient, stated that 90% of the stimulation and nutrition to the brain is generated by the movement of the spine. And, as Public Health England confirms, regular physical activity reduces your risk of dementia by up to 30%. Alzheimer's research. UK also confirms that what's good for your heart is good for your brain, meaning physical activity is key. As per its website, the important Hunt study, published in 2018, linked more exercise in midlife with a lower risk of dementia. And more recently, US scientists published findings showing those who exercise more had less damage to the small blood vessels that spread through the brain. They recommend being active every day, whether that's with workouts, walking, dancing, or even gardening. In addition, Pilates training may play a key role. The intervention of brain degeneration and cognitive dysfunction rehabilitation, as according to a study published in the National Library of Medicine, Pilates training is very beneficial for improving brain function. Gemma Foucault, founder of Shape Pilates, tells Bazaar, "It makes sense to me that precise movement, which not only stimulates the mind but also calms the nervous system, will have a great impact on brain function as well as general mental health. Just like a crossword keeps the mind sharp, brain-to-body movement could also play a part in maintaining good memory, mood, and mental capability." 7. Respect your circadian rhythm. As Dr. Wood notes when speaking on Feel Better, Live More, one easy way to boost brain health is by working with your circadian rhythm. Think light when it's light, dark when it's dark. Dr. Wong suggests starting your day with a morning walk to get daylight exposure and your endorphins flowing. For your brain to function best, your internal clock needs to be in sync with the natural day and night cycle. Exposure to sunlight boosts alertness, and exercise will bump up your endorphins, your brain's feel-good chemical. So try to spend time outdoors, getting some morning or midday steps in. 8. Prioritize sleep. In line with the above, getting enough time asleep is equally important. There's a reason we spend about a third of our lives sleeping, says Dr. Wong. Sleep is just as essential to our health, affecting our ability to learn and form long-term memories. When we sleep, the body undergoes a natural detox process to remove toxins in our brain that build up when we are awake. Indeed, growing evidence supports an association between sleep quality and risk of dementia. A study published in the journal Neurology confirms finding a direct link between the sleep you get in your 30s and 40s and how sharp you are in your 50s and 60s. The takeaway: sleep quality is important for cognitive health even as early as midlife. As a healthy habit, Dr. Wong recommends making your bed a sacred space so your body can really relax into sleep. Put down that phone in the evening, as blue light can actually fool your brain into thinking it's daytime and disrupt the natural production of melatonin, the hormone that regulates our sleep. Sleep needn't always happen at night, of course. A daytime power nap can boost your mental and physical capacity. Dr. Rebecca Robbins, a sleep researcher and instructor of medicine at Harvard Medical School, tells us, "We have some evidence that creativity and efficiency improve after a nap," she says. Aim for 20 minutes, she advises, and no longer than 30.9. Make time to socialize. Dr. Wood adds that our brains benefit from being part of a social group. When you really boil it down, Social connection is really the foundational aspect of us as a species. Without social connection, you're not giving that input, which is that you have purpose, you have meaning, you belong. And that is one of the critical inputs for the brain to keep working. Dr. Wong agrees that spending time with others boosts your brain. Socializing activates your social brain, a collection of brain areas that don't normally light up when you're alone. A night out with friends may seem like just friendly chatter and laughter, but these interactions actually help strengthen and build new neural connections. In fact, according to research by the University of Zurich, socially active lifestyles are linked to reduced memory decline in older adults, with high memory performance correlating with slower cognitive decline. 10. Practice mindfulness. And finally, prioritize mindfulness. Claire Aristides, a clinical hypnotherapist who founded the Mindology app, told Bazaar that mindfulness involves paying attention to something in a particular way and being in the present moment, which calms our busy minds and our nervous system. How does this help boost the brain? Dr. Wong says that being aware of your mind-body state can prompt positive actions and changes needed to support a healthy brain. This could be anything from taking a moment of pause to be hyper-present, or checking in by doing a body scan. Try asking yourself, how am I doing physically, cognitively, and emotionally? Am I tired or energized? Where do I have tension? Am I feeling content or sad? Being consistent with reflection allows you to better tune into your own daily biorhythm. Try journaling your thoughts to help understand them more clearly and track patterns.